talking about Mountain Dew. Guys, welcome back to the show.
Oh my god!
I made up a little bit of progress just so you guys wouldn't have to deal with it.
You did literally just miss a visit by the mysterious stranger, though.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you're bummed about because it was the first one we got in all game.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Guys at home.
I was like, this is great.
This is a stream that we're doing. If you guys really want some inside stuff, come watch the streams when we post it. We usually post when they're going to happen on Facebook, which you should also go like our Facebook page because it's great. And we do post things there that we don't post anywhere else. So please get in on that. Kablowie!
All right, so in between Epps recording, we were one of our stream mates, copyright that.
I'm sure that's been taken.
One of our stream mates confessed that this gentleman has had sexual intercourse with another gentleman.
And he is not a gay gentleman.
And he's presumably not a gay gentleman.
We were mentioning, have you ever touched somebody else's dog?
That's basically how it got started.
I almost shot you.
And then, yeah, so he kind of started going into it. He said they were both very drunk and all cocaine. Also have questions about how cocaine is.
Because I feel like cocaine's the ultimate energy drink.
Yeah, like, is there... Well, probably like a I was about to say, is there any drug that's going to give you more energy than cocaine? Probably a methamphetamine.
I'm not even sure. All I know is...
No, methamphetamines are supposed to be crazy.
Well, it was good enough for Lemmy, so...
It's true.
Whoops!
He did all the drugs, though.
But he was really into speed, so... AKA...
I think speed is just regular amphetamines. I don't think it's methamphetamines.
Can we get someone smarter to answer that question, please?
Anyway, go. Sorry, we've derailed the topic.
Yeah, please.
Please go on. We will inform. We will inform as.
And you only have to worry that maybe 32 people will hear your story. So don't worry about it.
Which, yeah, I was right. Speed is just amphetamines.
What is the meth part then?
It's another part of chemical.
Does it like do something else? What's the difference between speed and meth then? You just go harder? I don't know. Anyway.
Hold on.
What, you're doing the Googling?
Between meth.
I was hoping our audience would get on that.
And
where are we going, pal? Also, why aren't we listening to Conrad right now?
Yeah, right?
Okay, I don't remember what you want me to do.
Okay. Cocaine, very expensive, does not give you as much energy as you would think. Not like it is in the movies. Will make you talk for hours about nothing. Makes you think you're super smart. Big waste of time, cocaine.
Interesting. I'm discouraged to hear that. I think that Hotline Miami would make me believe something else there.
Okay, here's another question. Is it as addictive as they say? Did you have like a cocaine problem, or was it like a one-time deal?
Another question. Is it gay to talk to a man about his penis? Because it's just sidebar. Just need to know for a friend. This is a great song. I should blast it.
Okay. Basically, methamphetamines look like just a more potent form of amphetamine.
Right.
It's just stronger.
Do hillbillies really need more energy?
Amphetamines can be prescribed by a doctor.
Yeah.
But they never prescribe methamphetamines.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm guessing there's not really a good version of meth. It's probably all like bathroom stuff.
Tastes terrible.
Taste?
Interesting.
We're not going to do that on the snack test.
Super addictive. Yeah, that I do believe.
You guys are really going for it. Yeah, all things that I probably could have guessed. I would not.
I'm interested that it doesn't give you as much, because like I guess it's like
headbutt.
Everything in the movies is always a lie. But like you always see in the movies like cocaine.
Oh.
Because like in the movies they treat cocaine like it's vats.
Yeah.
You're just like you take like one line in your fucking White Line Highway, which is a great song.
I don't know what that is.
They played on Plinkett and like Half in the or Best the Worst sometimes.
Is it a better song than Free Fix by the Mentors?
Probably by default, because that song's terrible.
That song's great. Let me ask you this. What's, people at home, people on stream, people in this room, what's the coolest fictional drug? Right now I'm thinking of Red Eye from Cowboy Bebop.
Red Eye's probably pretty strong. Although, like Turbo, dude, some of the fucking DIY drugs in New Vegas are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because like you have the Psycho Turbo, which is like not only Berserker Rage but like super speed. That'd be fucking sick.
Oh, in related stories, I'm on steroids right now, guys. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah, for your back spasms.
Prednisone. It's not like anything cool, but I did feel myself being angrier today. Oh!
Should get the Clearwater rifle. I think you mean the Blackwater rifle, and of course, it's awesome. It's one of my favorite weapons in this game. Also, speaking of drugs, guys,
Don't do
really
drugs.
interesting podcast I started listening to this week. Podcast recommendation: Matt and Dory's Excellent Adventure.
I think I've heard of it.
It's by Matt Myra, who's a co-host. He does like the Nurse podcast. That's kind of where he's most famous from. Where I know him was, of course, from one of my favorite podcasts, James Bonding. He's one of the Matts. He and Matt Gorley.
Go listen to that, guys. Good
But
news!
he and his wife going through the trials and tribulations of in vitro fertilization.
Well, that's a pretty specific thing.
It's actually super interesting because they go over like how expensive it is, what kind of, like the steps and procedures are, and what made me think of this because she's on a ton of drugs.
What's it called?
It's called Matt and Dory's Excellent Adventure.
Makes sense now that I know.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently that drug from Judge Dredd, apparently that slows down time as well. A lot of time slowing down drugs.
Let me ask you this question. Would you rather the teleport ability or once a day you can slow down time?
Yeah, get your implant GRX.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. You know what secretly is a drug I would love to take? Remember in Futurama where Fry has 300 coffees?
Yeah.
That's the kind of time slowdown I want.
Yeah, you're like Quicksilver.
Yeah, you're like super Quicksilver.
Yeah. No, that also is secretly like the most badass thing in that show.
Yeah, that was a really cool moment.
So here's what I figured out from another porn game. How cool the thing in Dune is, like Spice.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that was like a totally kick-ass thing that makes sense. But it's like totally kick-ass.
Yeah, well it does a lot in that universe.
Essentially the idea is that they have like super fast travel, and in order to not hit shit, they have to use the spice stuff, which like helps them. It's either like slow down time or be able to see where objects are somehow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's
They
just
didn't really get it. I only read the first Dune novel, which was great. I've been told you don't need to read any of the other ones.
I could be wrong, but it from what was explained to me, it allows them to go through like hyperspace without crashing into stuff, and that's why it's so important because it basically allows travel safely.
What is cool too is that the main character Paul Atreides, I never read out how
Yep.
that's that. His mother's pregnant, and they go through this ritual with what the natives of Arrakis called the Fremen, who are just like
Yep.
crazy super strong, and they go through this bonding ritual where they like become part of the tribe, and it involves taking spice, and his mom takes it, but they don't know that she's pregnant. And like the wise woman who gives it to her is like, I didn't know you were pregnant. You're not supposed to take spice when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Because basically what happens is his sister, when you take spice, she basically became self-aware in the womb.
Oh, jeez.
So she became like this crazy super psychic when she was finally born. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
because like
that's
she was
right.
like born with like superpowers.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all.
she drank the water of life. I thought she took spice when she was pregnant.
It's possible.
I'm sorry. I thought it was spice.
Folks, for a little bit too much information, also a great porn game called Behind the Dune, which is just Dune porn, and it's extremely good, and it's the only reason I know anything about that series, because it surprisingly goes into a ton of detail about this stuff.
Interesting.
And the art's great. The art's really good. That's a Patreon game that people love.
Oh, okay. Came from a baby sandworm.
It might be
all right.
Beyond the Dune. It's something like that.
That was that. All right.
But go look that up because it's really good.
Anyway, that part's really cool still.
Yeah, that's a cool world building thing.
No, because like there's a lot of cool. Like I said, I only read the first Dune novel. Also, what's really cool is that they have a unique form of swordsmanship where, since everybody has shield generators, they stopped using guns because the personal shield generators are so good at stopping things moving so fast. When you sword fight, you have to kind of purposely go slow.
Right.
So your shield doesn't get stopped. You don't get stopped by a shield, but like fast enough that your opponent can't really parry it. So it's like a really cool form of swordsmanship. Anyway, it's cool.
That's interesting.
Illusion Games, is that some kind of chrono game?
Yeah, Illusion made Sexy Beach. They made Artificial Girl. They made, what's that one?
Don't you like Sexy Beach? Isn't that one that you
No,
like?
I'm thinking of Artificial Academy, which is the best. I played Artificial Academy 2 for a very long time. At this point, since I have not learned how to mod it correctly, I'm kind of donezo on that. If someone wants to post some kind of useful modding guide...
What do you need modded from that?
Do you want more porno? That's it.
Oh, is it like body mod textures?
So you can do all sorts of stuff. So that's a game where you are a high school teacher or whatever teacher. I guess it's college or whatever. And you basically can make your whole classroom, and then you can date them or whatever. And they have different personalities and all this different stuff. People will mod in stuff like new ways of doing things, or specific characters, or like new like scenarios.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Like you have Chun-Li going to your high school.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Yeah.
But they'll add like new scenarios and stuff. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's a great game. I think I finally uninstalled it because it's like 40 gigs or something. Because that game's like full, like good graphics and everything.
Yeah, that's intense. Have we ever tried oysters, and do I feel high from them?
I don't know what that is.
I've ever tried oysters before.
What you said? Hoisters.
No, I may have said hoisters, but I meant oysters.
Oh, I thought there was like a type
mollusk.
of. No. First of all, I've had oysters. Yeah.
I'm curious about that. Have you had like raw bar oysters?
No,
or
no,
fried
no.
oysters?
It's been in food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. First of all, I find them kind of gross. I find any shellfish thing.
They don't seem appetizing.
I heard it's an aphrodisiac.
I think that's because of. I think it's just.
I dig
here's the secret,
myself a
guys.
hole.
Think of what they say are
Put my baby down in the ground.
Sausages, oysters, things that remind people of genitalia.
Yep.
So like
Tiger
take
horns.
that with a grain of salt.
I like that I said tiger horns.
Tiger horns.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Anyway, no, I've never had raw oysters.
Real talk.
I'm not because I've never been a huge seafood guy.
Me neither.
And
if you guys want an aphrodisiac, though, you just need stuff that improves your circulation. That's it. So the best aphrodisiac is exercise. Hate to tell you. Because that's all Viagra is. It just improves your circulation to your donger.
Yeah, also, it doesn't increase your heart rate a little bit.
That I can't confirm. It might do that by accident by increasing circulation. I think it's just part blood thinner and part, yeah, probably does that. She just got railed.
Yeah, she got sent to heck.
Not that I'm an expert on that kind of stuff, but I have been curious about taking some just to get for a real bone sesh.
Yeah, you know, I was,
Too much info?
No. I've been kind of thinking about that too. But I remember on
why not? Let's go to town.
The 500th episode of Comedy Bang Bang, where Gino the intern talks about like he gets hot in Cialis' face, but he's like, not that I know what Cialis is like. And I was like, it's funny because John Gay was.
Yeah. I bet you that bigger guys do it just to kind of go for it.
Well, because bigger guys also have, you're more likely to have erectile dysfunction problems.
Because circulation.
You're more likely to have erectile dysfunction problems where you don't get erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's a real problem.
I mean, I have not really experienced that too much, but if it, anything that improves stuff, let's go for it.
You definitely hear stories of healthy dudes just being like, yeah, let's rock
rock cock nonstop. I think you had to go and get it.
Some horny goat weed. That's not what that does, guys.
What's your story?
I've got some great news. It's not great news. It's the end of the episode.
We even need the snacks.
I know. We literally spent that whole episode talking about dongs.
Guys, we'll see you on the next thrilling dong episode of
Guys,
Dong
welcome
Show.
to Dongs of Video. See you later.
See you, dong.